Welcome, 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 all my Tech Maxers. We got a very special day for you today. We're taking a quick look-see at all of the trailers that were dropped for the Super Bowl.
Oh, he's technically Mexican and 3/4 American, but for 3 generations he's got that nationality. Great-great-grandpa headed south, whose kids had kids then turned around. It's not what the show's about, but it's why he's Mexican technically.
It helps that he was raised in New Mexico, lived in Guadalajara for 2 years, speaks fluent Spanish with a bachelor's degree in language and examine taquito.
If you're watching this on YouTube, it's a bright, sunny Monday morning, but for me, it's a late night, Sunday night, because I've been busy. It's game day after all. I got together with the boys and played D&D. It was our final session, finishing up the Curse of Strahd. If you actually thought that I watch /and/or care about sports, you'd be grossly misinformed. But I'm back home from killing vampires, and it's time to react to the trailers that were dropped during the Super Bowl that I did not watch. First up, we got the new, the juicy, the anticipated Lord of the Rings, the One Ring, the Rings of Power, Amazon's new series that's not actually based on any of the Lord of the Rings books or prequels, but instead the appendices found at the end of the Return of the King. So they're stretching the butter thin, because that's all the IP that they currently own. Turns out the rights for the books are actually on sale now, but Amazon didn't know that like 3 years ago when they started making it. We'll see what happens. Full disclosure, I'm not super excited for this TV show. I read the article by Vanity Fair that came out a couple days ago with the first looks, and am not very impressed. It really looks like the people involved don't really know anything about Middle-earth lore. And I don't even pride myself as an expert. I've seen the extended versions of the movies more times than I can actually count. But I've only read the books once. I haven't read the Silmarillion. I have, however, watched a lot of video essays on YouTube, because I don't have a life. And even me, with my limited knowledge of Middle-earth and Tolkien, apparently I know more than the showrunners, because dwarven women have beards. Dwarven babies have beards, regardless of gender or sex, however you want to say it. All dwarves have beards. So I don't know what this is, and that's not even going into the color of her skin, which we could also debate quite thoroughly. I think it's kind of crazy that the Vanity Fair article has addressed backlash from fans before the fans have even seen the trailer I'm about to watch. Like, it was baked into the cake already. They knew that fans were gonna backlash because they were doing things with the show that would make fans angry. We're gonna watch the trailer. I don't have high hopes, but I do always give things a fighting chance, regardless of my preconceived biases. It is kind of strange to me, though, that you would want to inject a bunch of racial diversity into a story that was explicitly written to be European folklore. Tolkien was kind of upset that the Catholic Church burnt a lot of books, and a lot of history and folktales were lost forever, permanently. And while a lot of other cultures have a lot of really interesting mythology, Europe doesn't, for that reason. And that's why he created Middle-earth. It is a fictional version of ancient Europe, and it was meant to replace European mythology. So inherently, it's going to be mostly white people. I don't think it's racist to say that at all. I think it would be kind of strange, for instance, to take Chinese folklore and put white people into it, or African folklore, and put a bunch of white people in it. Just like I think it's a little strange that we're taking white people folklore and introducing diversity. That being said, it's not It's not exactly a hill that I'm willing to die on. If the story is good, I don't really mind who you cast, just as long as it makes sense and there's some internal consistency. But the Beards is just... it's unforgiving. Why doesn't she have a beard? Anyway, that's my thoughts going into this. Don't have high hopes, but as I always do, I'm gonna give it a fighting chance. Let's watch the trailer, and let's see if I'm pleasantly surprised, or if my expectations will be met. Here we go, Lord of the Rings of Power.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
Alright, that's a really, really short teaser. Not a lot to dissect. Not a big fan of the costuming. None of the clothes look lived in to me. I would expect a little bit more griminess, a little bit more dirt, a little bit more wear and tear on people's clothes. What was this shot right here? That's not great CGI. You can tell that this is not a real person in the scene because she has no weight. She jumps and stabs a knife, and there's not even, like, sway or existing momentum when she lands. Look, her hands just stay there. Look at that. There's not even, like, and then a recovery. That scene's real off-putting. Yeah, there's no momentum. She just stabs the knife in and we're done. Some of the other effects looked okay. This elf looks really silly. That troll looked good. This guy kind of looks ridiculous. I think this is Elrond, right? I believe this is the guy playing Elrond. I think he looks really silly. I think the dwarf princess looks equally ridiculous. This shot looks okay, except the guy has kind of a weird face. Maybe the action will be good. Maybe there will be something redeeming in this show. See, like here, the clothes look okay, except for this. This looks like it just came out of the dry cleaner. And the hands are dirty, but the clothes are not. I mean, this is obviously dirty, but I don't know who this little girl's supposed to be, but she's got eggs on her head. Well, I'm pretty much in the same boat that I was in before I saw the trailer. I don't think that the very short trailer that we've gotten has not exactly changed my opinion or shown me anything to dissuade me from that opinion. If anything, I think a lot of people's suspicions about the show are just being confirmed, and that the people maybe care less about the story than maybe they do about spreading their agenda. But we'll have to see. Well, I can tell you this, though. Come September 2nd, I will definitely be watching the show with all my friends, and we will be reviewing it on our Sunday live streams, Best Gen. So, you can tune into that this weekend. We're currently reviewing The Legend of Vox Machina. We just finished going over the Book of Boba Fett. And when that's over, we're going to start watching the show Raised by Wolves together and going over that week by week. It's a really fun show. We have some very interesting conversations. So, tune into that, and also today there's 2 other Super Bowl trailers that I'm reacting to, and I'm going to drop them all. I'm dropping them all today. So, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to hear more of this, and we'll see you on the flip side, baby!